Do not adjust your channel. Everything's okay. What do you think of that opening? A little bit different, huh? Yeah. That is because today is the unofficial Happy X-Files Days, everybody. Yay. Today is October 13th. And this is gonna be my 13th Flosstube, so that's why you've had a blitz these past few days, because I needed to catch up to get to number 13 so that I could make this video, edit, and release today on the 13th of October, because like I said, it's unofficial X-Files Chris Carter Day. So if you don't know what the X-Files is, it is a TV show that was very popular in the late 90s. They then made a couple of movies out of it, 2 or 3 movies. I think another movie came out recently. I was a big fan. When I've been a big fan, I was an X-File, X-P-H-I-L-E. That's what the X-Files fans are called. So you know, in every fandom, you know, usually you have a name. I think for Taylor Swift, there's Swifties. For Justin Bieber, they're the Believers or something like that. For Rent, the musical Rent, it's the Rent Heads. You know, Jimmy Buffett, Parrot Heads, right? Things like that. Dear Evan Hansen are the Fansons. Oh my God, people. Everyone's so creative. But anyways, I was a huge fan of the X-Files in the late 90s. And I also hooked my parents on the X-Files. When I say fan, I mean fan. P-H-A-N, like full out, get out. Yeah, fan. I had all the videos, I had all the television season, DVD collector sets, blah, blah, blah. Whenever anything new came out, I pretty much bought it, unfortunately. That was a lot of money. Anyways, just wanted to show you, this is one binder and it is full of the trading cards. I think these are the ones for one of the movies, and I'm not gonna show you at all because you really don't care. But I do. So I have like 3 or 4 of these binders that take you through the first seasons. I kind of lost interest towards the end, and then it kind of, you know, it jumped the shark. So if you don't know what jump the shark is, it's when a TV show, movie, you know, usually TV show, definitely TV show, but it's when something happens that's so unbelievable that you are just like, what the heck just happened? This is ridiculous. I'm not watching anymore. I think it came about because during Flipper. What was the dolphin show? Was it called Flipper? And there was something about a shark jumping over something. I know that's terribly generic, but I want to record this today. So I'm going to tell you more here as I talk about how jumping the shark came about. But anyways, so yeah, when something completely unbelievable happens and you're like, this is just ridiculous, it would not fit into the realm of the world that has been created for you, blah, blah, blah. So it did jump the shark for me. And then David Duchovny left, Gillian Anderson, that was Mulder and Scully, the lead FBI agent. So the X-Files was a TV show about 2 FBI agents. Mulder is an FBI agent who believes in aliens and conspiracy theories. So the truth is out there, trust no one. And then Scully is a very scientific FBI agent, and she's paired up with him to try to debunk all his work. But then things happen, aliens happen, and she keeps saying, you know, she doesn't believe, and it's like, come on, people. All right. Anyways, why did I want to show you? Oh, yes. So today is, oh, sorry for that noise. My stuff apparently is falling on the floor. Today is October 13th, which is Chris Carter's birthday. Chris Carter is the creator of the X-Files, and here's a shot of him. So what's funny is if you watch the X-Files and you look at the clocks, a lot of times you'll see that the time is either 10:13 and usually at night because that's more scary, right? Aliens aren't scary during the day. Or it's 11/21. Now 11/21 is his wife's birthday. So, awesome way to stick your birthday in, Mr. Chris Carter. We're never gonna forget. So happy birthday to you. Like I said, I was a huge fan, have all this. I was a member of the XFiles fan club. I even stitched something that was XFiles. I made my own creation, XFiles cross stitch, to get it signed by the actors. I got a bunch of signatures, and I can't find it. What the hell do I do with all my stuff? I have a very small apartment, and I lose things all the time. But, so I'm gonna take a picture when I find that because I wanna show close-ups. I do have a picture, but it's a wide angle, and here, I'll just pop it up here. But, I do have it somewhere, so as soon as I find it, which you know what's gonna happen is, tomorrow I'm gonna be searching for some random thing, and I'm gonna find it. Yeah, cause life, right? But one of the cool things I wanna show you, so this is, there's multiple seasons in here. I think one of the movies is here. So with collectible cards, you get a basic set of, I don't know, 72, 80 cards that you buy in packs at like comic book stores or video stores, depending on the type of show. And then there's extra cards, right? So for example, here's this one that's black. And if you put your hand on here, it'll take the heat from your hand and it'll actually uncover something underneath. So you can sort of see that's David Duchovny with some scenes. So the longer you put it, the better it shows up. I just want to show you, those are some of the special cards that they'll have in the sets. And then some of them will only be given out. For example, let's say if you go to Comic-Con, they'll have a special card just at Comic-Con. So those become collectors and everybody wants them, and then you trade and sell and blah, blah, blah. So, happy birthday, Mr. Carter. And I thought with that, and it being October, what a better time to show you my very small Halloween cross-stitch collection. Yay! So, you're probably wondering what's behind me. It's not cross-stitch. Could you imagine something that big? Ooh, wow. Okay, let me tell you more about it. All right, let me swing out this way and kind of show you. I'm putting pictures up here so you can see it better. Right now I have it kind of propped up so it's not hanging somewhere. It is a quilt that I made a few years back. I love it. It was so much fun to make, and it's really easy. And by that I mean it's not technically challenging at all. What you do, sorry, I'm gonna, hopefully you can see this, is you start with an octagon. I think I started with 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, an octagon in the middle, and then you stitch a little piece here, and then you trim it, stitch one on the next side, on the next side, next side, next side, and so you build up the second ring. Then you come and add another piece here, trim that on one of the sides, and then sew another piece, sew another piece. So it's all straight seams, and it's, oh my gosh, it's super, super easy. What you do is first you cut strips of X width. So it looks like, nope. You see here, down here I have a wider. There's actually 3 pieces right here. There's a skeletons, there's a small dark, and then there's a big dark. And you play with the sizes, but all you do is cut strips. The only thing you need to really worry about is this piece in the middle, your octagon that you're gonna start with. And then all you do is just sew a piece of that strip around and trim, press out, put another piece, sew, flip over, trim, sew, flip over, trim, blah, 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 and you build it. And, super, super easy. Then, these lovely, lovely spiders, aren't they cute? Oh my gosh. And then these little minis that are hanging here. So these guys is a big circle that you sew down, and then you take a basting stitch over here and you pull it up, very similar to how you would make a yo-yo. So if you haven't made a yo-yo, it's very easy to make. You can make those by hand. So same kind of process, except I cut something out in the middle so that you can see the black behind. Then I just put, these are just buttons on buttons. So a bigger white button with a smaller black button. Those are the eyes. This is some of that trimming stuff. And then you take 2 pieces and you just do that folder. Remember as a kid in camp, you would make some bracelets and whatnot, and it's just folding over and over. And then tack it down, and those are your legs. Then these are teeny tiny little yo-yos, and I have the yo-yo maker template, you know, blah blah blah. I buy everything. And then I just hung them by a string, and voila, finished it off. Oh yeah, look at this back. It is super busy. It's super cute though. It's got ghosts and vampires and mummies and cats and everything. I'll show you better pictures up here so you can see. That is my big Halloween quilt. It's fun, right? And then just some pumpkin decorations. Woohoo! Yay! That I have for there. So that's my background. Very festive, right? Yay! Then, oh, now I have some, to continue with the quilt theme, yeah? I do have some quilts. So the first one actually is not Halloween, but it's fall, and I love it. I love how this thing came out. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, so I'm gonna give you a close-up because look at that thread that I used. And this is the, oh my gosh, what the hell? I'm forgetting, I'm blanking out, I'm putting the word right here. To outline all the leaves. So I used 2 of them. One is a variegated green and one is a variegated browns. It's either a sulky or a Gooderman thread. I think it was a sulky, if I'm not mistaken, but it very well could have been a Gooderman. And I've had these things for ages, and you know, I know some people rag on Gooderman, but it works perfectly for me. And it came out beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me grab the next one. The next mini quilt is pumpkins. Ah, pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins. These little they're 12-inch squared. I love these. I love this size because you can get a lot of detail, and I'll show you another one so you can see way more detail. But they're fun, they're quick, very straightforward, right? So here you can see, all I did was cut out 4 different pieces, and just applicate them onto a contrast color. What the hell is this stitch called? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking out, people. But it's satin stitch. Yes, that's it. It's satin stitch. Grr, god dang it. Words, English. You think that English was not my first language, which it isn't. It's Spanish. Okay, anyways, getting back on track. So I just satin stitched all the way around, and then I did a little shadow stitching just to tack it down some more. Look at the back. Ah, cobwebs. Okay, this one and this one were both part of a series called Party with Patrick. There's a designer in Arizona. His name is Patrick Lowe's. Oh man, he's fantastic. His stuff is very bright, modern. He has a couple of lines. I know he has a Pebbles line, so it's tone on tone. Great for backgrounds, great for, I'll probably show you something later. Great for, you know, really good pieces. And it's a whole collection, so it's the same type of texture for the whole color wheel. So it's really great. You should check it out. I don't think he does it anymore. But these were back in the day. Oh my gosh. I don't know, 2010, 2011 maybe? That kind of, 2009, something like that. Late 2000, early 2000s. Earlier millenniums. But they're so much fun. I'm sure you could find it on eBay somewhere or some destash site. Yes. Okay. Next. This one is my favorite. I love it. Look at that. Ah! Oh, how cute is that? All right, let's see if I can get a better color. Yeah, that's a good color. This is Boo. So this one was in a magazine. So I'm so proud of myself. I went through all of my cross stitch stuff and I'm starting to organize it. All my patterns are going in binders, in three ring binders. Sorry, there's people coming in and out of the apartment building and I keep hearing them, so I don't want them to see me through the window. Whoops. Anyways, so this one was in a magazine, probably the Halloween edition. I don't remember, I really apologize. I'll try to find it. If not, when I go through my quilting magazines, I'll make sure to let you know what it was. But it's super cute, and look, oh, it's so simple, right? I mean, it's really straightforward. It's such a pretty border, and it's all just small pieces just pieced together. Then you have orange, black, green, blue, and a little bit of stitching just to give it some dimension. Yes, and this is the blanket stitch. I blanket stitched that one, not satin stitched, now that I know what my words are. Then the next two, oh, so cute as well. So I don't know, maybe I don't know what my, oh, let me show you the back. The back on that one, look at those ghosts. Yay! You can see the back of the stitching that I did there. Okay, this guy, look how cute. This one, I know I have a PDF file of this one. So maybe you can buy it in a store or something. It wasn't Etsy because Etsy wasn't around back then. And I wish I had done a better job of putting the date somewhere in here, but I didn't. So here you can see, that's a tone-on-tone beige, tone-on-tone green. This is bats, black bats on brown fabric. You've got stars in the orange, you've got cobwebs in the brown. But when you look at it over here, it really does read solid, so it's really fun. This mini border is a print, so looks pieced. I love it. What's the back? Oh yeah, the back, more cobwebs. Ugh, why does stupid do that? Okay, I guess we gotta do it back here. And one last, save the best for last. The witch is in. Look how cute! Ah! This is definitely from the same collection as the pumpkin. But isn't she so cute? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yep. Loved it. Look at the back. Same as the border fabric. And again, look, 12 inches square, but look how much detail you can get, right? It looks really, really cute. So you've got her purple dress. Her hair has two colors of hair. You know, you've got her hat with a little band there. Bats with button eyes, you know, so, oh yeah, I love it. And again, I wish I had put the date on these things. I'll try to look up pictures, maybe find the pattern somewhere. But I wanted to share those before October was done, right? What else? Okay, so that is it for quilting stuff. Now let's go and talk about cross stitch. And I'm not that big of a Halloween stitcher per se. I see a lot of stuff that's like, wow, oh, that's so cute. But I just don't end up stitching it. And you know, Halloween stitching doesn't start till like September, and then by October it's done and you want to put everything away, and then Christmas comes, because who puts out Thanksgiving? I'm so kidding. Thanksgiving has just got that tiny little window, and then boom, it's all about Christmas and then winter and spring and blah, blah, blah. So just a few pieces, but I do want to show you oldie but goodies because these are fantastic. I love them. But before I show you those, oh, excuse me, I'm hiccuping a little. Before I show you those two, let me show you some also cool stuff. And both of these were free designs. Boy, I love me some F-R-E-E, my favorite word. Whether it's cross-stitch quilting patterns, whether it's going to the theater. Hey, if you want to take me along for free, I am your +1, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so first, and these I will tell you, I will have links down below of how you could get them. The first one is Java Jack. Oh gosh, terrible. But I know a few of you have stitched this before, so it's not a new pattern. You probably have seen it before. Here you go. Yay, so cute. I used a different thread than they did. I used the variegated Threadworks in kind of fall colors. So there you can see, and I love the variegation on that. I also used that for the leaves. I changed up all the colors because I didn't care for the colors that they had. Plus, it's such a small piece. I had this in my stash and I wanted to complement that. And so I did. I think it came out fantastic. And he's drinking tea because I'm more of a tea than a coffee drinker. I haven't finished it. I meant to finish, and I stitched this last year. So the date is, and you're not going to be able to read it, it's right there. And I purposely stitched it the color of the fabric so that it would not show up. But then I could, you know, I could figure out what it was and I could see it. So Java Jack, something brew, cold brew, pumpkin brew, something like that, something brew maybe. But I will put the link down below. Free design, yay. And then this one, oh, it's so cool. So this one was on a Facebook group, on the Facebook group for Lakeside Needlecrafts. I think many of you know them. They're a UK company who sells patterns, and they do a lot of sales. Oh man, they did a fantastic one last year for Halloween. Oh, it's so cool. I haven't started mine because I just didn't start on time, and then I started to see all what everybody was doing, and some of the colors, oh my, seriously, you people are so creative. Like when I see a pattern, that's what I want to stitch. That's how I stitch it because I tend to fall in love with what I see. But some of you, you know, you'll change out the colors, you'll add variegated threads. For example, some people who do the long dog samplers, right? Remember, I'm doing mine on a variegated thread, yay. Some people actually color them in themselves one by one, and they really came out nice. So, threw myself on a tangent, yes. So, you stitchers are so fantastically creative. Keep it going. And that's why I love Instagram, because I can see a lot of those variations, right? So this was in Lakeside Needlecrafts Facebook group. It's a free design in there, but you have to join the group. Highly recommend it. It's a really cool group. And like I say, they do a lot of sales, so you can see a lot of progress on them. So anyways, this was a free Halloween biscornu. Look how pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, let me put it right side up. There we go. I put my initials. This I stitched at the beginning of this year, or at least I finished it at the beginning of this year. So I put 2018. So if you can see it, and when I was doing my seams, I added some beads, which are actually way too small. I really wish I had used something a little bigger. And it's not going to focus, but you can imagine. Anyways, that's okay, because look at the top. Oh my gosh. Yay, white pumpkins, scary pumpkins, bats, and skeletons. And here is what's so awesome about this. You ready? All that white is glow-in-the-dark white. Yes! Winner, winner, chicken dinner, my friends. It came out so awesome. And when you put it in the dark, it's so neat because it looks like a circle, right? You saw. It looks more circular. Isn't that fantastic? I love it. I stitched it on like a chalkboard, one of the chalk type of color, so it's a little grayish. It's not quite black. And I love it. Oh, love, love, love. I love to do biscornus, people. If you have not done a biscornu, where are you? Get yourself a biscornu. If you want to think about what type of design, go on Pinterest, cross stitch biscornu. Oh my god, you'll be there for hours, hours and hours and hours. There's a bunch of tutorials on YouTube. There's a lot of blogs with tutorials. It's really easy. My recommendation, find one that has something nice that you like that's not too complicated. Don't overdo it. Don't overstress. Do it on a larger count. So like a 14 count, 16 count, 18 count. This is probably a 32 count. And I'm pretty familiar with bisque linguine, so that was fine for me. Don't do it on a really hard fabric, like that really crunchy Aida. I would not recommend that. I would recommend something that works softer. So this is really good. I like it because it's nice and soft, and it'll shape up, because what you do is you stitch 2 squares, and that's all you do. That's what you're stitching. And then it's just a matter of how you put it together that makes this funky kind of shape. And what you do is you take the corner of one part and you start stitching it in the middle of the other part. So here's the corner of one, and here's the corner of the other square. So you can see, if you think about where the top is, this point is in the middle of the top. So fantastic. I'd be happy to do a tutorial if you guys are interested. Just let me know. We'll pick something and do it together maybe. So, yeah. Came out awesome. I love, love, love it. And then you can bling it out as much as you want. So I added a few beads. Again, these terribly small. Ugh, bad choice. And then you put a button in the middle so you can give it that squished indentation and gives it a little bit of dimension. So that again is free, F-R-E-E, my favorite price. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy to pay for designers' work. I know you guys do so much work to get these as lovely as they are, but it's nice to find something that is free, right? And then I can go crazy on the fabric or on the threads and all that fun stuff. All right, let's get ready for the piece de resistance. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I do not sing. You don't want to hear me sing. That was a terrible attempt at a 90s song. So, anyways, I stitched these when I moved to Arizona in 2002. I found a cross-stitch store that was perfectly situated because it was just minutes off the highway. It's literally you get off the highway and it was the shopping center that was right there. So it was so convenient. And it was the next exit off the highway from where I worked. Oh, and there was a gyro place right next door. Oh my God, it was so freaking good. And then on the corner, there was a picture framing shop. Come on. So it was called In Stitches in Phoenix, Arizona. Sadly, the store is no longer open. So the store was owned by a lady named Tammy Novatsky. She was also a Stamp Up distributor or demonstrator. So if anybody knows her, can you please let her know I'm looking for her? Carmen. I used to go by Patty back then. I actually changed my first name. Long story, I'll tell you guys later. So if anybody knows, her parents, her mom's name was Jean, and I think they were co-owners. Her and her husband was an officer in the either Peoria or Glendale Police Department. And they lived by Glendale Community College, at least back in the early 2000s. So if anybody knows her, please let me know or let her know. I'd love to say hello to her, see how they're all doing. So moved to Arizona in 2002, found this great, very close, fantastic LNS, and took a lot of classes with them, made a lot of things with them. Two things that I made with them are, oh my gosh. Here, I'll show you the full thing. Yay. This is Mrs. Pumpkinhead. It's actually a female pumpkin, and she's standing on a candlestick, which has gotten beat up, which is fantastic. I love that. But she's, look, oh my God. Okay, so let's get a little closer. There she is waving with her twig hands and her twig head, and she's mounted so her head can swivel But look, okay, so I know I made it in 2002 because I put the date. But look how cute. She's got a little pocket. You stitch her up and then you finish her with some felt on the back. And then you tack it onto the base and you put it on here. How cool is that? Oh, I love them. Love, 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 love. So this is the first one and there's two. I can only hold up one at a time. Then the other one, which I'm going to rename Elphaba, and you'll see why. So hold on, let me prep her hair real quick. Oops. Okay, you all ready for this? Oh, they're so cute. Wah, wah, wah. The witch is in, my friends. Howdy, y'all. There you go. She's also waving to ya. Look how cute. And again, 2002, so this was a class we took with them, probably did our pre-stitching at home. And she is on a black candlestick. Yay. And yes, I am wearing black today because X-Files, Halloween, it's all black. It's all good, right? Trust no one, people. Deceive, inveigle, obfuscate. The truth is out there. You just have to know where to look. I told you I was a fan with a PH. I was an X-File. I was card-carrying fan club member. Not the president, but I was a member. I went to the X-Files convention. Yes, there was an X-Files convention in Miami, ladies and or no, I think it was Tampa, Orlando. But anyways, does not matter. Look at her. Look at that grin. Isn't that fantastic? Ah, yep. Okay. So here you are. Whoops, and her head flipped over. Because poltergeist, right? Look at that. Oh, they're so cute. They go together. Yay. So Mrs. Pumpkinhead and Matilda the Witch. There's also a pair for Christmas, which I've done. But you'll see that when I do my Christmas roundup. All right, where's the patterns? Here. Whew. Oh, thought I lost the patterns. Okay, patterns are right here. Yay. I didn't look up if they're still around or not. So I'll let you know right here if they are still around or not. It is Matilda Witch by Diane Arthurs of Imaginating Inc. It's leaflet number 1674. 1674. They are out of Rootstown, Ohio, or at least back in the day. And back then they had the pattern, but they also had kits. So you got the candlestick, you got the foam core mounting board down here, you got, I think you got the felt, and etc, etc, etc. Let's see what the kit, what it said. Finishing kit available from Imaginating Inc. includes the candlestick base, wire, buttons, felt, and foam board. So there you go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I don't know if I want to give these out or if I want to pass a stash. I love them. They're so cool, but I've already stitched them, right? Am I going to stitch it again? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Mrs. Pumpkinhead is number 1675, again from Imaginating Inc., designed by Diane Arthurs. And the finishing kit, same kind of deal. Candlestick base, wire, button, felt, and foam. Yay! So, if you're interested, I hope you can find those. If not, I'll let you know. Let me know if you're interested. Maybe we'll do a swap. Oh, I want cinnamon stars. So if anybody has cinnamon stars, I forget who it's from. Let's talk. Okay, that's it, folks. I just put out a video yesterday. I did stitch some stuff. One is the Biscornu swap that's going in the mail today, if I can get to the post office in time. And I'll show you that when she receives it so that you can see what that is. The other thing was that tiny little skeleton, and let me go get it so I can show you. So you can, yeah, apparently English is not my first language. Wah, wah. It's a sugar skull. So this is the sugar skull, and look how small it is. It's teeny tiny, but it's so cool. Look at that. And it's only 2 colors. So I was gonna do this for my Biscornu swap, but then I realized, you know what? It's not a biscornu. Whoops. So I had to find a different design, which I did, and it's all good. There you go. Ha. That looks really good. Kind of. All right, anyways. Wah, 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 So that's the front, and then I needed a piece for the back, and so I just put some X's there just to give it a little texture. So now I'm gonna biscornu finish it. But look at that, crap. It's really small. I'm already thinking that I'm gonna have a lot of problems in one particular area. So right here, I did a very close kind of dip, and I don't think that was a good idea. So maybe I should have just done a bigger circle around the whole thing, but we'll see. It'll come out fine. I'm not worried. Or it may just get scrapped. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely post this on Instagram though. You'll see that first on Instagram before you see it here. So subscribe to my Instagram channel and you'll get a boatload of updates. I like to put updates there. As far as other stuff, as I mentioned, I was organizing all my cross stitch. I have a ton of stuff that I need to destash. So hopefully I get that done this next week. Yay! I'll follow Michelle Bendy's fantastic example. My Instagram account is Broadway Stitcher Dstash. It's also in my Linktree bio links in my Instagram account. So happy Halloween to y'all. I know it's a little early, but start partying now because it's 10/13, which is unofficial X-Files day because it is Chris Carter's birthday. All right, y'all. Truth is out there. The stitching is out there, so go get to it. Bye.